Tariffs were supposed to punish foreign countries, so why are American businesses now lining up to ask the US government for their money back? That is the contradiction at the center of today's story. A policy sold as economic toughness has ended with a refund portal. Welcome to the 8-hour workday, where every crisis somehow becomes your bill and their bonus. I'm Rex Haymarket.
A mountain of paperwork and a very uncomfortable question. If tariffs were meant to make somebody else pay, why are American importers the ones filing claims?
Today, US Customs opened the refund system for importers after the Supreme Court struck down a set of Trump tariffs that had been imposed under emergency powers. Reuters and AP report that the refunds could total as much as $166 billion, tied to more than 330,000 importers and over 53 million shipments. Approved claims are expected to take around 60 to 90 days to process. And this is where the story gets useful, because this is not really about a website, it is about how tariffs actually work. The political sales pitch is always the same: we are making them pay. But tariffs are collected from importers at the border. An American company brings in goods or parts, and that company gets hit with the bill first. After that, the cost moves. A business can eat the loss, it can raise prices, it can squeeze suppliers, it can delay hiring, it can cut investment. Usually it does some combination of all four. That is the bigger lesson here. The first person handed the bill is not always the person who pays in the end. That is the whole game in economics. Cost gets passed through the system until it lands somewhere weak enough to absorb it. Sometimes that means lower profit margins. Sometimes it means higher prices. Sometimes it means both. Which also means a tariff can be ruled unlawful and still leave behind a perfectly legal mess. And that is why regular people should care. Even if businesses get refunds now, that does not mean consumers automatically get made whole. The price increase may already have happened, the margin damage may already have happened. The delayed orders, hiring freezes, and budget cuts may already have happened. The refund portal is not the story. The story is that policy can move through a supply chain like electricity through wire, and by the time the courts step in, the shock has already hit the real economy. So who benefits? The companies large enough to navigate the refund system, the trade lawyers, the customs brokers, the compliance people. Maybe some big firms recover their losses, maybe some smaller ones finally get relief. And who pays? Potentially everyone who already absorbed the cost while waiting for Washington to admit the policy did not work the way it was advertised. That is the real Rex question. Who profits, who pays, and who gets told the fairy tale in between?
Tariffs sound like a weapon aimed outward.
But in practice, they often behave like a tax routed inward through ports, warehouses, balance sheets, and checkout counters. And now, after the speeches, the lawsuits, and the court ruling, the country is left doing what it usually does after a bad policy idea collapses. Processing forms and pretending the paperwork is the resolution. Watch three things next. First, whether the refund system actually works at scale. Second, whether businesses keep the money or pass any of it through. Third, whether future tariffs built on different legal theories survive the next court fight. Tariffs were sold as punishment for outsiders, but like so many things in this economy, the bill had a way of finding its way back home. I'm Rex Haymarket. If you want the news without the deodorant, you know where to be. Mind the static, mind the spin, and mind who profits. Try to get some sleep, workers and warriors. The people in charge clearly won't. Like, subscribe, and try not to let the bill hit you on the way out. This has been the 8-hour workday